different bad advices. You can just give both good advice. You can flip-flop, whatever you want to do. I don't care. But whoever has the most points at the end wins. Our first topic. We're going to start off something relatively easy, something relatively chill, something people curious about. How do you deal with motivation and procrastination?
Who goes first?
Yeah, how do we decide who goes first?
Coin flip?
Sure, coin flip. I'll flip a coin for this.
Okay.
Who's calling
We'll
it?
call it in the air, and we're the opposite of the thing that lands of what we call. Okay?
All right, I don't have a coin. I'm just using Google coin flip, but here, let's go.
Learn by watching.
Tails!
It's in the air. Slow. It's tails.
So it's not tails, it's heads. Take that, Bob.
Yeah, Bob, you get to go first.
So I get to go first. Does that dictate what kind of advice I can give, or am I
You
still
give
free to
whatever
give
you
whatever?
want.
So the question posed is, how do you tackle procrastination and motivational issues?
Yep,
that
and
the
it's
deal?
already predetermined whether you get a point for good or bad advice. So you just get to guess, and then I'll tell you both at the end who gets the point, or both of you, or none of you.
I didn't even really have to think about this one because
Great.
I already have an excellent system for dealing with this. And I have a name for my system as well. And it's called, fuck it. And the key really is you have to embrace the reality of who you are as a person. Not that funny way. Oh, he's coughing. Okay. God. It's too bad our fancy recording setups don't have some kind of cough mute button.
You the host? Just fucking talk.
I couldn't tell if you were to pass out or yell at me. But anyway, the fuck it system is you have to embrace the reality and the truth of who you are. I am a lazy person. I've spent my entire life trying all the systems that everyone online and in books has to recommend to get rid of procrastination and become more organized. Writing physical lists, writing lists on walls or on the refrigerator where you can see it, scheduling things, breaking it down to the minute, scheduling every moment of every day and then trying to follow that. Every version of any productivity thing, stacks of index cards, project management systems where you have post-it notes and you're organizing them by like, gotta do now, can do some point, can do later, all of that shit. You know what the problem is? The exact same reason that I'm always doing stuff at the last possible moment, that I'm always procrastinating as long as physically possible, and that I'm always feel like I'm disorganized and behind on everything in life, is the same reason I can't follow those dumb fucking systems. I spend 2 days making a whole thing. I'm like, I'll design this template and I'll have this list. And if I don't open the list and look at it, it doesn't matter what the fuck I wrote on it, does it? So the way to live with your life, if you're a procrastinator, if you have trouble with keeping organized and staying motivated, is to embrace who you are. To embrace that you will always be that person who at the last minute is like, oh, that's due today. And then you scramble to get that shit done. You scramble to hide away your mess because you forgot you were having someone coming over today and you're a slob. You scramble last second to do the laundry that you needed because you forgot you had to wear a suit for this event you're going to, whatever. Whatever it is, embrace that. Life's going to be chaotic. Sorry, kids. Sometimes you're going to mess up. Sometimes you're going to have to wear dirty clothes. It happens. That's who you are. That's who I am. I've come to peace with it. People might judge me, but you know, I feel pretty good about the fact that I don't put a lot of pressure on myself to change that part of me. I just embrace it and I love it. I am who I am. And that means that sometimes you have to pay late fees if you forget to pay a bill. Thank God for online auto-scheduling bill payments. Jesus Christ.
I have been there.
That's my advice. You are who you is who you am. And if you're a procrastinator, that shit ain't going away. I'm sorry, friend.
This is where it's like the criteria is like, it could be good advice and bad advice. I depending on, I mean,
it
like,
really depends what outcome you want. If you want to feel better about your life, I think I gave great advice. If you want to not do that anymore, I don't think my advice is very helpful.
I think that qualifies as good advice because you're telling people, you know, not everybody's going to get away from it. I think there's different, you can tell differing good advice, right? You can give people good advice that's different. Bad advice I feel like would be telling people the opposite of like if you're a procrastinator and it works for you, then it works for you. That's not necessarily bad advice.
Well, that's kind of the thing. It doesn't really work. Sometimes you really get fucked, but you know, what are you gonna do?
I struggle with motivation all the time. I get a lot done, but you know, I still like just the same as everyone else have ADHD. Well, not everyone has ADHD, whatever. You know what I mean.
I put my million YouTube plaque on the wall one leg at a time like everyone else.
Me too. I did that too, just like
You'd
everybody.
hang it up better if it's got to fall down every night. Well, so I found that the one piece of the most practical change that I've done that people at home could do literally tomorrow, is I'm a big believer in the first thing you do in the morning will set the tone for the entirety of your day. If you start off your day by picking up your phone and looking at it, that will set the tone for the rest of your day. I've always noticed how when I wake up in the morning, there's this kind of clarity of mind. Even like the if you close your eyes and like the colors of your neurons firing, washing over your eyes, it's different. Like the patterns are different. So by setting your tone with intention, like I talked about in my perfect day, that went slightly poopy and slightly awry.
That was a perfect day.
I feel like I had a great plan for the perfect day, and we got all sidetracked by the boats. But that's
right.
me.
The boats made the. I'm the host, and I say the dates made the boats, and the boats made the dates.
But either way, like starting off and actually like, this is not for everybody because it's like whatever if you want to do it. But I do find that if not meditation, sitting and thinking about the intention that you want to do, you don't have to do it. But thinking about it is important in terms of putting yourself in the perspective of, okay, I want to do this thing. And your brain will naturally like puzzle solve and be like, how do I do this thing? And you'll go, oh yeah, I remember I did think through this. Because a lot of the